Right, so recording. So tonight I want to talk to you guys about Power Hour, what it is, what to do, things like that. When I first started, I was like, what in the world is in Power Hour? I kept hearing that, we were supposed to do it, but I was like, what does that mean? And so I want to kind of break that down for you guys to kind of, let things that to be working on. And like I said before, really you can put in as much time or little amount of time as you want because this is your business. You can do it in like an hour a day, or you can do more. I have started spending more than an hour a day, just getting a lot more people in my network, I guess. So that will happen too. So it really depends on you and your schedule and where you want to take it. So let me. All right, can you see my screen?
Not yet. There it is.
All right. There we go. All right, so we're going to talk about Power Hour tonight. So you want to really working on building relationships and inviting in your Power Hour. So what I learned when I very first started is a little bit different than how I do it now. So I want to kind of let you know both ways. I honestly rarely ever use my profile page anymore to send friend requests to people I don't know or just message random people. There are people that are going to say that's the way to do it. There's going to be people that say that's not the way to do it. You need to find what's comfortable for you. I honestly use my like page, my business page, pretty much 99% of the time, just because those are people who they have chosen to like my page, and so they're already interested in what I'm doing. So I know a lot of you or both of you are just starting out and your pages are small, so you don't have a huge following. And so you're going to want to use more of your profile page to get those people over to your other page, if that makes sense. So you want to reach out to 5 people on social media. So it could be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it is that you use. I mainly use Facebook. I've been starting to use Instagram a little more, and I'm learning more about it every day. But Facebook is really where I do everything. Like, that's my store. So when you're reaching out to 5 people, it could just be like someone, go through your friends list. Do you know how to, find your friends list under your profile? Go through that, and if someone you haven't talked to or someone from high school you haven't talked to in a long time, just send them a message and be like, hey, hey girl, I haven't talked to you in forever. What are you up to? Or I saw you went on vacation. Where did you go? Just something non-threatening that you're interested in them and not about Beachbody, not about joining a challenge group, not about anything like that. Just showing that you're genuinely interested in them and what they're doing. So messages like that are great. Those are most likely going to be the messages that you're going to get a response to. When I very first started, I had no idea what I was doing, and I would just like, hey, I'm starting up this group. I think you would love it. And people were like, what? And it was really salesy, and maybe you've gotten some of those, and maybe I did that to you, and I'm sorry if I did. But I've been learning, and so I'm trying to help you not do those things that I did. So reply to comments and messages. So this is, whether you on your profile page or your like page, if someone comments or sends you a message, you want to respond back to them. So like on my like page, I've been posting a lot of engaging posts, and I'll put a list in our team page of different posts that you guys can use as well. But every time someone comments, I comment back and then I send them a message, because on your like page, you cannot send them a message that they will see. It might go to their others folder or whatever, unless you're friends. So when they put a comment, you'll see where it says like, then you can message underneath there on your like page. So you can send them a message and they'll see it. And then the more you interact with them, the more that your newsfeed is going to show up on their newsfeed, which is what we want. Connect with those you reached out to yesterday. So what I like to do is, so I will, everyone that I send a message, whether it's like, hey, how are you doing? Or, thanks for liking my page. I do a lot of those GIFs. And so I'm like, oh, thanks for, sharing whatever the thing was for the day. And then that's day one. And then the following day, I will reconnect with them. And I usually say something like, sorry it took me so long to get back to you. I've been working on, new training for my coaches, or, something like working on meal plans for an upcoming group. So then it gets them kind of interested. They're like, what are you talking about? What kind of group? What kind of coaching? What kind of trainings? Because we really want them to be curious and ask us questions. That way it opens the door so we can share about an upcoming challenge group, or we can share about the opportunity of being a coach without feel like you're like trying to pry into their life. And another thing, number 4, is that I like to invite everyone to the free group, which is my club that I have there on Facebook, because I feel that's where you're really going to build the relationships with those that you're connecting with. They're going to get to know you on a deeper level. And in that Fitpowerment training that we're in, that's where you're really going to learn how to do a free group, how to come up with the content. So, we're going to be doing this all together. So it's really about, building those relationships so they get to trust us and know us. So when we're like, hey, I have this, free group, and they're like, yeah, I want to join. And then after the free group, you're like, hey, if you love this, then you're really going to love my 30-day group. And it won't be as threatening as just like someone who's never talked to you and you're like, hey, buy this from me. And they're like, who the heck are you? Exposure and grow for opportunity. So, oops. What did I do here? Sorry about that. All right, so you really want to work on growing, and things that you're going to do each day is like check in with our challenge groups, with your challenge groups when you get them going. Post in your challenge group. I like to schedule my posts in my groups. When I very first started, I was like, I didn't like that because I felt like, well, that means that I'm not being in the group, but it means that I'm being smarter about my time instead of, all day thinking, well, I need to post in my challenge group, or I need to do this or that. So I take a day, usually on the weekend, and I will schedule a week out. There's free things that you can use, like I use Hootsuite or Postcron to schedule my posts in the My Challenge Tracker app. There's a scheduler right in there that you can use, and the same is on your like page. You can schedule posts right on there. So you don't have to be like, oh, I need to get my 3 posts done or whatever. You can take a day where you have a chunk of time and you can schedule some of those out. So you want to check in with your challenge group. You want to check in with the challenge groups we're in. And, just really get to know everyone, connect in there, then reply to any questions, comments, or messages that are in the groups, or maybe someone is curious and they left a message on your page or sent you an email, something like that. Post engaging posts 3 to 5 times a day. And these, you could be on your profile page and on your like page. You can do the same or different. I think different sometimes is helpful because when we start out, we have the same eyeballs on both of our pages, just so they don't feel like they're seeing the same thing all the time from us. And like I said before, if you share something from your like page to your profile, be sure to tag yourself in it and not just share everything. Because the reason we want to tag it is so that then it shows up as they're liking your page. Does that make sense? And if we just share everything, they're going to think, why do I need to go like that page if they're not, because you're going to share it on your profile page anyways. So we want to get those eyeballs from our profile page over to our like page. And then we, like I said before, we're Googleable, if you can say that word, so people can find us easier. And update other social media. So if you're using like Instagram or you have a blog or something else, you can update that. I am struggling with my blog. I'm trying to do better at that. But Instagram right now is huge. And, Instagram stories, which I'm trying to learn to do more of them, because those are people that are really interested in what you're doing, and you can see exactly who is watching your Instagram stories. And we'll go more into that into the Fitpowerment training as well. So know and understand your business. So this is another part that you want to do each day, is check the back office for alerts and news. So we kind of went over that one day where you find your Coach Online office, go in there. Once you pull up that screen and it shows like your Coach ID, over on the right-hand side, there's going to be like different announcements and news and things like that to check out. And then check into our coach page, engage and support on there. I know it's small, but we're going to be growing. And then, engage in the Fitpowerment coach training that you guys are in, because, that is where I learned so much, learn more confidence and how to do engaging posts. And I tell you, once you get those eyeballs on your page, it makes a world of a difference that people are coming to you and they want to know what you're doing instead of you trying to figure out who am I going to talk to today, and you feel really uncomfortable with, doing that. At least I did. So lead by example and share it. So this is being a product of the product, which is one of our 4 vital behaviors. And that is do your workout and post an accountability photo or video. You can do like a move of the day, which I did one of those today. I went live and showed some moves of Shift Shop. And then I didn't really say the name. I just said what the program was or what the workouts were. You can, anything, just do a picture or say something about how working out at home on your schedule. I know, Irit, you fit it in your crazy schedule, running here and there, and you make time for that, which is awesome. So share how you get it fit in, and you don't have to go to the gym and fight traffic. Things like that is going to appeal to other busy people. Drink your Shakeology and share the benefits. So when I first started, I was one of those people holding my Shakeology cup, kissing it, and being like, ooh, Shakeology. We want to try not to do that because we want to brand ourselves and not Beachbody, because frankly, they already have tons of advertising and we don't need to do that for them. People can buy Shakeology wherever, and we want them to come to us because of what it does for us, and they, can identify with a struggle that we have. Maybe it is low energy or poor digestion or skin issues like eczema or whatever it is, what has helped you with cravings or things like that. You want to share the benefits and how it's made a difference, because then someone else will be like, oh, well, maybe I want to try that, and I know for me, this was the hardest thing for me to share when I first started, because I was like, oh, well, it costs a lot of money. That was my fear. And I was like, well, people are going to be turned off because of the price. But recently I was like, I drink it every single day, and Tim drinks it every single day. So that's 2 of us in our house, and it comes out to $4 a serving or less, and you can't hardly go through the drive-through for that. And all of the benefits that are in Shakeology, outweigh all of that. And so I think once you believe in the product, it's easier to share, when people are like, well, what are you drinking? And you can share it with confidence, if that makes sense. The third thing is to read and listen to your personal development. I was one of those people that was like, I don't need to read. I don't have time to read. And I heard a lot about audio stuff. And so this might be great for you, Irit, being, on the go all the time, is to get some audio books where you can just listen while you're, taking kids to soccer or wherever you're running, and you can get your personal development in that way. For me, I've tried Kindle, ebook, stuff like that. I really like a hard copy book. So I get up before everyone else does in the morning, and I read for about 10 minutes, just so I get that in and start my day out on a good foot there. So, all right. So here, this document is in our coaching group, tracking and follow-up. So how do you do your power hour? So I made this up a while ago to kind of have a checklist of what you're doing. And so I don't have Sunday on here because I tend to not do Beachbody stuff on Sunday as far as doing a power hour. I still will post on my page or schedule posts, because you want to keep showing up. Even if you go on vacation, schedule posts if you're going to be gone. It'll show people that you're still there and you didn't disappear. So, so on here, so building your network, that's going to be people that you reach out to. And what I did when I started is I would just write their names in there. And then in the document, I also have a follow-up tracker. You guys can use that. I will do a video on Streak, which is what I use now. I've really transitioned over from using all paper and pen to using more electronic. But just put in their names there, maybe you made a new friend, you can add them in your building network, or someone that you're building a relationship with or adding value. So you're just really adding something to their life. It doesn't have to be about fitness or nutrition, but they're looking up to you as someone to go to for information. Inviting to a challenge group. Maybe you're invited to a free group or a 30-day group. Put their name in there, so that way you're keeping track of who to follow up with, if they say no. Same as with the business opportunity, follow-ups in there. Who did you follow up with today? Then your live video topics. I like this. I try to schedule them out the week, like for the week, or at least for a few days, and I'll do those note cards. So that way I have time to kind of think of points, and so I don't feel rushed when it's time to do a video. And then once you get coaches, one-on-one coaches, connecting with them, and then if you do a blog or whatever you do down there. So this really, lays it out. You just fill it in, and then you're done with your power hour. But be sure you also want to check in with challenge groups and, drinking your Shakeology and doing your workout as well. All right, so I made this up last night. I saw it in another group, and I love the idea of this. So I also just uploaded this in our coach page tonight. And so I thought it would be fun to do a little scorecard or whatever you want to say. So if you do your workout for the day, you get 1 point, 1 point for each of these things, and see what your percentage is for the week. How are you doing? What are you struggling with? This will kind of give you really a key or an idea of where you're struggling with. For me, I struggle with inviting to the coaching opportunity for so long, where I'm like, this opportunity has really changed my life. Why am I not sharing with other people? So that's really going to come with time, but it will help you to see on here, do I struggle with connecting with people or checking into my groups? What do I need to work on more? So that is that. And then, let me see here. I wanted to show you guys on, you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah.
So so some of these are engaging posts that I have in a group that I'm going to start in an album in our coach page so that you guys can use them too. So see when people right here, you can reply or message. So you can message them and then it's going to show up. Where from your profile page, if you're not friends with them, it won't show up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then I wanted to show you one other thing. So when you start connecting with more people, you're like, oh, I wanted to follow up with so-and-so or check in with them daily. And you don't want to go through all of, oh, look, there's Irit. Go through all of your whole news feed, because I know for me, I get bogged down and I get distracted where I'm like, oh, look at this. So over here, where to go? Is list. Oh, right here, friends list. So I did this for customers, free group you want to build value with. These I kind of need to change these up here. So you could just add people to a list here. And how you can type in their name here, or when you click on their profile, it has a little drop-down window, you can add them. So I can just go here, and it's only people that I have in here. I see their news feed. I can comment, on their stuff or whatever.
Are you on your Facebook page right now?
I am.
Okay.
We can't see that.
We just see the PowerPoint.
Huh. How about now?
No.
We see you.
Let me try again. How about now?
Nope. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So over here under Explore is where I found the friends list.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can just say you have someone that you really want to check in with them daily. You want to, comment on their stuff, their stuff. So you want to start working on building that relationship. You can type their name in here and add them. And then when you click on build value, you can name it whatever you want. Only those people that you put in this list are going to show up. So it makes it so much easier so that you don't have to go to each person, search everyone's name, things like that. And then I'm going to show you how I put them in here. So I'll just click here. Maybe. I'll use you as an example, Crystal.
Okay.
So see here when I just put your name up there, so I can click on this little arrow, interest added that way, or if you click on your name, the friends, the drop down where it says add to another list, and then you just pick whatever list you want to add them to or do a new list. So that has really made it easier. So, because I am so easily to get distracted by Facebook, and I only have so much time to devote to this, you know, so the kids don't feel like I'm on the computer all the time, is it helps to break everything down in those groups. And then over here, I do a lot of the groups that I want to make sure that I check in with daily. I put them on the shortcuts over here just so they're easier to find as well. So, there. So does that help a little bit about Power Hour? Any questions?
No, that helped.
How do you get the people to transition from the profile page to the like page? Do you just put something on your profile, say, hey, come like me over here, or?
You can do that. You can also, when you can still, oh, you can't see my page, can you?
No.
No.
Here, let
I
me,
mean, I invited a few people.
because there's that tab on your like page where you can invite them.
I did that today.
Yeah, so that is what I've done. I have some people that I've invited and they still haven't, you know,
Right.
liked. Yeah, you can just, you know, every once in a while put a post on your profile page saying, hey, you know, you can catch my journey over here, or you're looking for healthy recipes, come over here, you know, kind of entice them to go over there. What I did too is I would like tag myself in my
On the page.
on my page and then share it to my profile, or I'd share it to Tim's, you know, because we have a lot of friends in common, and then, you know, tell people to come over and like it. You know, that kind of helped.
Okay.
It took a while. I had like 500 page likes for the longest time, really until I did that social team builder training. You know, now I'm almost at 3,000, but I am running ads as well, so.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.